Hey y'all, Zach here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why everyone should start power building, right? And why power building, I think, is, superior between bodybuilding and powerlifting. Before we get into today's video though, I would like to quickly shout out my workout program. Again, this is a program I designed myself, and it helped me get to a 405 bench, a 635 pound deadlift, and a soon to be 500 pound squat, all naturally. And again, all for the price of $5. All right, back to today's video. So pretty much getting straight into the video, I started power building about 2024, early 2024. I started just dipping my toes into bench pressing, right? In January 2024, I started bench pressing for the first time, and I got all the way up to 290, right? And this is like one of my very first official times actually bench pressing, right? And then shortly after, just fast forward 2 years later, your boy's at 405, right? Here's a video of me doing that. Fucking easy, bro. Pretty dope, right? And I started also dabbling into deadlifting, right? About 6 months later after that, in September 2024. And the first time I've ever, deadlifted, I picked up 405. And now fast forward now, I could deadlift 635 pounds. Here's a video of me doing that. Right? And now I just started squatting about 2.5 months ago. And just 2 months in, or no, just 1 month in, your boy's already squatting 405, right? Here's a video of me doing that. Finally. So it's funny, I just pretty much became a full-fledged powerlifter, but I also have been stacking my accessories too, right? Because the thing about power building, it's, the combination of the two, right? Powerlifting and bodybuilding. You just take some aspects from one and take aspects from another, and you just consolidate them. And that's what I did. The theory is to look good and be strong as well, right? Because, bodybuilders are strong in their own way, right? A lot of them are probably maxing out machines, and if they were to switch over to powerlifting, I think they'd actually do a pretty decent job. But they're not obviously as strong as powerlifters, because that's something they don't specifically train for, right? And whereas powerlifters, right, they're just strong. They're very strong, and some of them are actually very aesthetic looking. So that's why I believe both can go hand in hand. If they were to transition into each other's sport, I think they could do pretty well. But in other words, I'm just doing both, right? I'm just smashing the two because, again, I want to look good and be strong as hell, right? I mean, what's the point of having a lot of muscle when you're not strong? And the cool thing is, I believe I'm balancing both for the most part, right? I mean, here's a video of me flexing today, and it wasn't even a chest or a back day. It was just an arm day, right? So yeah, that was me. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm currently cutting right now, trying to do a total body recomp, whereas you are pretty much maintaining muscle. No, not even maintaining muscle. You're maintaining strength and, in theory, trying to get stronger while losing weight at the same time, or just trying to cut fat as much as possible, right? And that's one of the biggest things for me, is to maintain and get stronger. Because again, as a power builder, you're building power, right? But you're also building muscle. You're building, a semi-aesthetics, right? Or try to look good as much as possible. And that's really my whole goal. That's the whole goal for a lot of power builders, right? Look good and be strong at the same time. Whereas bodybuilders or powerlifters, they are just like, their whole thing is to be good at what they do. And bodybuilding is just straight aesthetics. Sometimes it's just mass builders, right? And then powerlifting is just moving as much weight as possible. And then you have strongmen, just really fat dudes who are strong as hell. But power building, I think, is the way. And I think most people need to start doing power building because it's just very effective. It's very efficient. And I think it really helps you day-to-day life. And the thing is about bodybuilders is a lot of them skip their compound movements, right? Your compound movements are exercises that target multiple muscle groups at once. It's like a buy one, get three free, right? Exercise, right? So they'll usually skip squats or probably bench and then deadlifts, right? Because in their minds, and they're not technically wrong, but it's like those exercises aren't as effective or efficient for building muscle or the muscle I need to target, right? That's why they'll probably supplement in hack squats or Bulgarian split squats on the Smith machine or just any type of isometric, right? Isometric meaning like they're just targeting that specific muscle group, right? Instead of squats, they'll go on the leg extensions or something like that. And instead of deadlifts, they'll probably do, back extension just to target those spinal erectors versus where the deadlift hits pretty much your whole total body, right? But I also think that's kind of where they mess up, right? Because again, compound movements, I believe, are one of the best total body recomposition exercises you can do, right? Especially deadlifts and squats for total body recomp. Because again, they're targeting your bigger muscle groups, right? Especially squats, like your quads, your hams, your glutes, if you're doing low bar squat, or high bar where you're just pretty much just doing the whole front half of your lower body. They're amazing exercises, right? And the cool thing about compound movements is since they target multiple muscle groups at once, they increase your testosterone, right? They increase your anabolic hormones, such as your growth hormone, your just IGF, and again, your test levels. I believe like it just boosts mood, right? Like whenever I deadlifted, I felt like my dopamine levels were just going up. Like I've always looked forward to when I had a deadlift day, right? And there's just something that like on a Saturday, I'd reserve for myself. Like, I got deadlifts tomorrow, dude. I can't wait to get off work. Just go deadlift heavy. And now I'm in my squat phase where I'm like, I can't wait to go home and just, chill. And then the day after I have squats, man. I got my freaking blue raspberry ghost in my fridge and it's icy cold and just go freaking do squats. And I got that tomorrow. So I am excited for that. Right. So there's that as well. But, and then for powerlifters, right? I mean, they're strong and that's all they care about, right? But for me, and I feel like for most people, especially like young men or even young women, you want to look good too, right? You want to look, you get invited to a pool party and you want to just, have decent aesthetics, right? Or you just have someone pretty much compliment you, be like, hey man, you're looking pretty good, right? That boosts your self-esteem as well, right? So, yeah, for them, I don't want that beer belly. I don't want that gut, like that strong man's gut. I'm good on that. I just want to look good and be strong as hell, be able to push a lot of weight. And it's super cool too, because I have a lot of you guys, right, when I wear a baggy shirt, pretty much tell me you don't look like you'd be able to lift a lot of weight or pick up the weight that you can pick up, right? And that's fair, right? I'm wearing an XXL and I'm cutting right now, but I'm still pushing serious amounts of weight. That's something I like, right? That's just for me personally, it's pretty cool. Right? Until I take my shirt off and you're like, oh, never mind. Now I see why you could push these kind of weights, right? But this video is just me kind of glamorizing and just putting out, like just advocating for just power building and why I think people should do it. It's just the best of both worlds, honestly. But yeah, that's today's video. Let me know if you guys are power builders or do you specifically do bodybuilding or powerlifting, right? Make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and really appreciate you guys. You guys have a good day.